Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. I don't waste food anymore after being married to my Filipino wife. So please leave comments if you can share something that you have started doing differently since you've been married to a Filipina. That's a woman from the Philippines. I married my wife back in 2015, and we only knew each other for 54 days when we had gotten married. Been married 8 years now. And there have been some things that I've been learning. I'll make a few shorter videos about that. But one of them I've noticed is I don't overeat like I used to. And I'll tell you why. My wife has been a good example for that. As I watch her eat, either she does or I do. We put her leftover food into a Tupperware. And I'm so used to the way I eat, I'm always thinking, she put too much on her plate. Or why did she put so much on her plate? Or she'll never finish all of that on her plate, rice and eggs and so on. But, she'll eat what she can, and then she'll save it. Usually find a Tupperware for it. And, we've been married for several years before it dawned on me that, maybe that's a good idea for me too. I've started doing that too. For example, like if I make spaghetti, it's like a pound of spaghetti and then a whole jar of sauce. And I can eat the whole thing, except if I don't want to push it, I would usually just stuff myself, or I would just throw it out. Put it down the disposal, throw it in the garbage. Never thought about saving it for some reason. I don't know if I didn't want to dirty something up, but I would end up just throwing it out instead of having it for another day, or I would just stuff it in myself. But I don't do that anymore since I married her. We had this time when we got married back in 2015 in the Philippines, and we had paid for a dinner somewhere, probably at Eden Nature Park, one of my favorite places in the world, where we had our honeymoon. And somehow I had gotten an extra plate of food after we started eating. So apparently I had given the waiter the impression that I wanted another plate, a big plate of different foods. And I really don't think I ordered that or intended for that. And so I get this big plate. And so, I ate about half of it. And I said, I might have said Eyes at the time. I never call her by her first name anymore. But I said, I can't finish this. It's too much food. And she's telling me, well, you have to finish it. You can't waste food. They're going to throw it out, So she wanted me to eat it. And I'm thinking, this is too much to eat. They can just throw it out. I already paid for it. And she was upset, because food, very plentiful, but in the Philippines, but you don't want to waste it. So right away, before I even got on the plane to return to America, I knew how my wife felt about wasting food. So I have made some changes, and she makes her food last, which is another thing I've learned from her as far as not wasting food. So now I even cook more than I need, with the thought, okay, I'm going to have an extra couple of days worth of food. I'll just make more of it, and then I will put it in separate containers and force myself to be disciplined so I don't eat so much. Because to me, generally, if it's there and I've cooked it, the temptation is very great to eat all of it. So learning to save has been a discipline I've needed to do. It's nice opening up the refrigerator and realizing, oh, I forgot I saved that. I'm really looking forward to this. Then you got some extra food that you saved last night because you decided not to overeat. So let me know if you've got any things that you can share that you've learned, picked up from your Filipino wife. I'm still certainly learning from my Love Beyond the Sea.